Hi everyone, we are here with Monica Petra, President of Telefono Amico Italia and member of the IFOTES International Committee. The coronavirus emergency has forced countries to adopt severe social distancing measures, which create isolation for many people. We focus with Monica on the Italian helpline service in this moment of emergency. Has Telefono Amico Italia adopted any additional measures to implement and ensure the service during the coronavirus emergency?
Yes, we developed our chat service by providing the service all the week, because it was quite an experiment. So we normally just have 4 days a week for the chat to contact our chat. Now we have 7 days, and we reached the conclusion of a long process for changing our number and to have a quite free tool number that can help people to reach us without any cost of the service of the phone call.
What kind of calls do you receive in this period?
Well, about 25%, then 1 call on 4 is about coronavirus or about commitment and some thought on the virus, on the COVID-19. And in this moment, in this period, we have people with always with more consciousness, understanding that this is not only a global crisis, but even a personal crisis, in which each of us must find a personal way to deal with this strange situation, with this confused situation, with this lack of point of references for everybody. So from a global crisis, we are listening people that seem to become aware that this is even a personal crisis for each of us.
People calling, what kind of feelings do they express?
We have more or less everybody, each kind of age, and the feelings depends a lot on the age of callers or of chatters and writers. Each age seem to express a different kind of feeling. Young people seem those who suffer more the lack of freedom and this limitation of their freedom and of their spaces, while middle-aged people talk about some worry for the future and for the perspective, even in economical terms. Oldest, they are maybe those who feel the loneliness as the main problem. That's because they already were fragile, and in this situation they are definitely losing each kind of relation and reference.
Ok.
Ultimo? No, ancora.
Penultimo. How do the volunteers face this moment? How do they feel?
Our volunteers are very well trained to talk about emotion and to provide emotional support. Of course, they are feeling on their own skin same fear and feelings as all the population, as everybody. So they are living this strange situation in which you know that your competences and your skill can be useful for people right in this moment, because they are facing, for those who are not facing the epidemic in terms of personal influence or something like that, but for those who just are living fear, isolation, and feelings like that, this is the period in which we can be useful. We can help people. On the other side, we are in between those who can need emotional support. So we live in these two levels, but I think that all our volunteers are so well prepared and so conscious about the role that they can play in this crisis, and they are really doing their best, maybe more than what they can imagine to do. We are giving in this period a very good service, and our volunteers are making a great job.
We learned that Thai launched a campaign to recruit digital volunteers. Who are these digital volunteers and how do they help? How is this initiative going?
Well, this is not a choose initiative. We just are forced to think about it, because in this period a lot of people wrote us or chat us or contact us to offer their solidarity and their help. But because of the need to be trained to become a volunteer, those people cannot be volunteers immediately on the phone. They can become in the future, but they cannot be in these days. So we imagined that everybody who cannot be a volunteer on the phone or on the chat or on the mail, they can provide another service, which is to be the training, the contact between those who have a need to talk and to be listened, and those who are able to do that. This is something like bring the connection between the two aspects of this crisis. Those who can listen, which I hope we are, and those who need to be listened. This is their role. They promote the service, they share our values, and so they are good ambassadors of our service and of our values.